We are live. This is the NBA Rundown brought to you by Nuke the House. Tyler, how are you feeling about the National Basketball Association / World Wrestling Entertainment today?
I mean, we got 9 games today. We had 13 yesterday. A little bit of a smaller slate. Will we go 0-2 yesterday spread?
Yeah, we only had 5 games yesterday, though.
5 games. I had the slates mixed up. But yeah, 5 games yesterday. We went 0-2. Kings got blown out by the Clippers. I mean, maybe the Clippers finally found something there. And then the Suns, I mean, we bet them early. Got them, 3.5. KD's rolled out. The number changes. And then, boom, they win by 3. Excuse me. So, got screwed on that one, but we'll bounce back today.
That wasn't the story of the game. And let's dive in because everyone else is talking about it, Tyler.
Oh, you're talking about Draymond playing football again? I mean,
how long should he be suspended for?
At some point, you got to,
it's got to be 25 plus games.
Yeah, at some point, you got to, discipline the man.
Even the chokehold, I thought was too light. And you know me, I'm Mr. Warriors because I want teams to beat the evil empire down in LA, ruining small market streams, right? Ruining the hopes, crushing children's hopes worldwide across America. Little kids from Akron realize they can grow up to be sellouts and go for money too. I want the Warriors to be able to beat them. I want Draymond to be in there. The team sucks without him, but he should be suspended 25 games.
Yeah,
at least.
He needs discipline big time, but I don't even think that fixes it. He's already accustomed to playing this style of basketball. He gets away with so much else that the other guys don't. The funniest
I know.
Part,
and look what it's and if we were to say, well, you know, he's a fiery player. Well, look what that has wrought. Because I probably was more of an apologist. You, 5-star that I do the wagering world with, you guys have been on me telling me this is inappropriate. It's not good for basketball. It's not funny. It's not cute. And it's not good that they continue to look past this stuff. So anyway, I think it should be 25 plus. Where do you think it's going to come in at?
It's going to come in at 10 games.
That's ridiculous.
It's one guy and it's a repeat offender. And he keeps getting away with this stuff, basically. So, you got to lay the hammer down eventually. Jokic got ejected last night for what? Barking to the refs once?
Yeah. What was
Draymond screams at these refs every game and barely gets technicals.
Yeah. So
I loved Jokic's quote after the game and said, I was glad this game wasn't played in Serbia because we would have seen how it ended different. And it was yeah, those refs wouldn't have walked out of that arena in Serbia.
Did you really say that? I missed
Yeah.
that. Okay. All right. Anything more from last night? Hey, what's up, guys? Richie, Clyde. Good to see you, Clyde. Richie reminded everyone to hit the like button. I failed to say that, but hit the like button if you agree with me that punching people shouldn't be allowed in basketball. So ridiculous. Tyler, my overall thoughts though from last night, I mean, do you think this is finally the call for the Warriors that they need to wake up? Did you notice we cried so in our bet and what most of my projections are for? We crushed when it was the old guy lineup, right?
Yeah.
You know when they started balling, when they put in that rookie, the Pods guy that killed our cover against the Thunder too. When they put in what's his name? It's TJD.
Oh, it's one of the guys they drafted. I don't know his full name.
But he's a solid athletic player, right? Get Moody, get Kuminga. Surround Steph with some athletes. You can see how this team is really not that far away. You know who is far away though? Andrew Wiggins.
He's just all messed up. I think he played lights out that one finals run, and
I don't think he's ever coming back. I mean,
outside of that, I don't think you'll ever get that player again.
No, I don't either. He's never been Mr. Work Ethic.
Nope.
And now I think that even if he is working hard, because I'm not trying to say he's not working hard, maybe lost a little bit of that burst.
Well, that and plus Iguodala's not on the bench calling him over every 5 minutes to tell him exactly what to do. Iguodala was basically playing 2K.
They need him.
Andrew Wiggins was
coach,
the controller.
Right? He should have been at Udonis Haslam role, right? 15th
they should have never let him go. He should have just stayed on that bench. But I mean,
The
Bob Myers.
reason I bring this up is I think the Warriors are the most interesting team because we always talk about how LeBron gets those trade deadline acquisitions. If they were able to do that and they were able to give up on some of these guys and just be Steph and a bunch of athletes, I think they could be scary.
But they can't because they have no money.
That's where they dump Clay, they dump Dre.
They're not going to dump them. They're going to sit there on their hands because they're not going to trade the dynasty guys. That's why Bob Myers stepped down. He's seen it coming from a mile away.
Yeah, and he knew. All right. Sometimes loyalty can get you a little too far. Anything more on the NBA in general before we dive into tonight?
No, I mean, that's it for me.
How are you mad at me, Clyde? That's what you get for roasting me because my survivors got destroyed. How did they lose that game anyways? That was crazy, huh?
Yeah.
All right, fine. Be mad, Clyde. The Philadelphia 70s. I'm mad too, Clyde. I had the Suns minus 3.5. It closed at -1. They won by 2. The Philadelphia 76ers are currently minus 12. They're in Detroit, taking on the hapless Pistons. Tyler, what do we do at this game?
If you're going to bet it, you take Philly.
We don't need to bet it, right?
Yeah, you just stay away from it at the end. I mean, Philly's going to name their score. They blow these teams out. You've seen what they did to Washington, 2 nights ago? They beat them by 40. So
and Detroit's arguably worse.
They probably do the same thing here. I mean, what's like an Embiid 35 points and win is plus 125. That's not even all that good odds. So probably just to stay away from me with Philly or pass.
Same here. Just to give you guys some trends, the total's gone over in 8 of Detroit's last 11 games at home against Philadelphia. But I'm not too interested in that game, Tyler. Let's keep it moving. The New Orleans Pelicans and Zion Williamson are -8 in Washington, taking on the Wizards. Total 241.5. What do you think on this one, Tyler? The total's gone under in 16 of the last 21 road games for New Orleans. They've gone under in 8 of their last 11 visits to Washington. This is the crazy stat right here, Tyler. I mean, I guess it goes back to 2014, though. Maybe it's not that crazy when you put it that way. Washington 9-1 in its last 10 games at home against the Pelicans. Washington also 6-1 against the spread during that span. Still, screw those trends. I'm not taking the Wizards.
Yeah, it's Pelicans or pass. It's probably just another pass spot for me. Zion's got a Q tag on him. I'm not clicking the under in a matchup like this. Even though the Pelicans can play defense, Washington can't, so the Pelicans can easily put up a $130 here. So probably another stay away. Pelicans win this one, and they name their score just like Philly does. Just probably two blowouts to start the night.
I think you're lucky I'm fighting something off, Tyler, because I'd probably be like advocating towards taking the points if I was feeling a little more froggy. But maybe handicapping these games while sick is actually giving me a clearer mind.
There's certain
doesn't it seem like some dumb spot that I would try and talk you into taking the points?
It does, but like this is a team you'll never talk me into taking the points with. Like you could talk me into Portland when you gave me the trends and they're shooting the ball well. You will never.
First of all, Portland's not in the class. So to me, there's 3 teams that are like fade. Pistons, Wizards, Spurs. Portland's above that. Portland's still in we can get froggy and upset anyone on any night. And I put like Utah in that category, Charlotte. Who's a couple other bad teams, right? I mean, there's a couple bad Memphis. It's not crazy.
Well, like Washington, like what are you selling me on? They're poorly coached. Their best players have 0 basketball IQ, and they're me players. So, and they're not going to win the games on their own. I don't think you'll ever sell me on taking Washington's spread.
I don't think so either, because you have 2 guys that are completely content to just be in the NBA.
They just want their stats, yeah.
They don't care about wins and losses at all. Okay. I'm fine passing on this one as well. Yeah, I mean, not the best night.
I mean, that's just 2. We got 2 of the 9 games out of the way, and they're ugly games. So, I mean, we get some better matchups.
What's the game that you really want to watch, though? Just like as a fan.
Indiana, Milwaukee.
Okay, you got me there. Charlotte Hornets are +8. They're in Miami, taking on the Heat. The total is 222.5. Tyler, I may have spoke too soon. You know what I want?
I want the points too.
Yes.
Anytime the Heat are like -5 or higher, I just default to the points. So they played this matchup recently. Let me get that exact score put in front of me. I believe
Charlotte was +4 at home on against Miami. The game landed at 2.
Yeah, so it's a close game. Bam's still out on the Miami side, which is big. Hero's still out. LaMelo's out on the Charlotte side, which hurts them. But in this matchup, I don't think they really need him to cover 8. Even Mark Williams sat out last game, and they were able to keep it within 2. I'm taking Charlotte plus the points here spread. I think they can keep it within 8 again.
We agree. Charlotte 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 against Miami. Miami 9-2 straight up. So
Miami just
Miami's
doesn't.
winning, Charlotte's covering.
They very rarely like blow teams out either. Like, remember that we did this to end last year? It was like we went back through our schedule and it was like 2 wins from March till December where they beat them by double digits.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not a team that wins by margin.
You know what this game's reminding of, Tyler? So I woke up a little early today. We got a little time for story time, right?
Sure. I mean, we ain't got. I don't got nothing going on.
Yeah. So I woke up a little earlier than usual today. So I mashed through most of my podcasts because I wasn't in an NFL mood this morning. So I just clicked on the sports betting tab on YouTube, right, and just see what it would recommend me. There are full-on Chat GPT AI generated breakdowns, like 20-minute videos, and it's crazy because it actually just like bullets you with stats because there's none of this stuff where we screw around and joke around. I mean, it's just stat. But you can tell because they can't pronounce the names, you know.
Yeah. The other funny AI generated ones are like when they take someone's voice and they put it over. Like a Joe Rogan one's hilarious because like you can tell when it's like AI generated because he's talking like
how many years before it's not? It's got to be like 2 or 3 years. And you're not even.
I still think of it like in the end you'll be able to. Because there will never be that like emotional tone to it. You know what I mean? I don't think they'll ever be able to pump that in there. Like you listen to them guys talking, like for instance, you listen to us talk right now, like how like the voice tones change as we talk and everything. When you listen to those AI ones, it's just straight. It's the voice sound, but it's
you think they'll be able to fix that in a couple of years, right? I was listening. I'm like, we are cooked, Tyler.
Oh yeah, we're probably cooked, but
we're cooked.
People
are going to be choosing supercomputer HAL 2000 or whatever.
That's when we got to step our game up spread and hit them with the IQ play of somebody's got to like maintenance these Chat GPT things and like, you know, take care of them. That'll be my new job. I'll take care of the AIs.
Yeah. Clyde will probably have to do that after Christmas because UPS is kicking my ass right now. Okay. Anyways, that was just what made me think of it because it was like a 5 to 7 minute breakdown, and outside of not pronouncing the names right, it was like Tyler Hurro, right? It just was like bulletin straight stats that it found.
It just rips stats offline.
Yeah. Okay. So we agree we're gonna take the Hornets +8. 222.5 is the total. The total's gone over in 6 of Charlotte's last 7 visits to Miami. Where did I have this game projected at? I'm pretty positive I'm already darn sure that my projections are going to like the Hornets here. No, they didn't. They have this as a 10-point Miami win, but I have it at 228. Do we want to take the over as well?
No, I'm fine with just taking the points.
Okay, I might want to jump in there.
I'm not big on Miami's offense, like just racking up points.
I'm not big on Miami's defense without Bam Adebayo.
I agree there. I mean, it's give and take there.
Brilliantly elucidated when I listened this morning.
What they finished on last game, 230.
Yeah.
I mean, it was right around there. I mean,
it's 222, right?
Is it down that far now? Yeah, 222. I was looking at the wrong number. Okay. I was looking at the other game. I mean, I don't hate it, but I like the points better. Maybe eventually you could talk me into the over, but I like points.
Yeah, better. Just so you guys know, even if it's not on the sheet, I mean, Tyler didn't get there, but I'm probably going to play that. The numbers like it, the trends like it, and it seems to make sense in my brain. The Atlanta Hawks are plus 1.5. They're in Toronto taking on the Raptors. Total's 241. Tyler, did you really like Jalen Johnson? Was that one of the guys that you kept talking about?
He just seemed like the perfect fit for a guy next to Trae Young. Like you can't just give him the ball and be like, all right, go score points. Like he's like a high motor.
My point is you were absolutely right because they have not covered a spread since he got injured.
Yeah, he's like the perfect guy.
Let me check this little Roto Grinders deal or whichever one you're using. Is he going to be out there tonight? No. What do you think here? I kind of like Toronto. The total's gone over 4 of Atlanta's last 5 games. The total's gone over in 9 of Atlanta's last 13 games against Toronto. Toronto's 13-5 against the spread in their last 18 at home against Atlanta.
I say I lean Toronto.
But you hate them because we always lose on them. But
I hate both these teams.
How do you hate the Hawks?
And they're another team that's been like a thorn in my side for the season. Like I try betting them, they lose. I try betting with them.
We faded them pretty good on Monday.
Yeah, I mean, I like the Raptors, but I'm not fully in on it yet. I'll say that. Like you could talk me into this.
Is this gonna be one of those nights where I'm gonna lose a shitload of money and you're just gonna be like, I didn't join you on any of those losers?
The Raptors scare me. I just don't like them as a team.
Just look at the matchup, though, right?
I like the matchup spread, but I also like their last matchup, and they lost.
Which one was that? We bet them against Miami?
I believe so, yeah. In Toronto.
Yeah. Coming off a loss, I'm going back to that one. I don't think Tyler will join me. Total's 241.
I'm probably
Tyler
joining you, but we'll see.
Trends like the over in this game as well. Let's look at what I have it projected at. I have it at 240 on a 241. So if we were to play it, it'd be basically based on trends and matchups. I haven't seen that trend. I don't want to play it.
You got this Hawks game projected away under. You got 229.
Am I not reading this right?
Yeah. You got the Hawks scoring 112.7, the Raptors scoring 117.
That seems more right. Let's not play that over.
Yeah, I don't want to
play the under though, do you?
No.
Okay. Next game. Hit the thumbs up if we're better than robots. The Memphis Grizzlies are plus 7.5. They're in Houston taking on the Rockets. This is a little different story, Tyler. Lowest total on the board, 211. In this game, of course, that's because of that Rockets improved defense. When I'm looking at some of the trends in this matchup, Memphis is 5-1 in its last 6 games against Houston.
Throw that out the
Probably
window.
throw that out.
Throw it out the window. I don't think they played this year.
Yeah.
Games with Ja in the lineup.
So it's like Ja and Steven Adams and all the good guys
versus the AAU Rockets. So
yeah. Let's throw out all these trends then. The only one for this season that I have is Houston is 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games at home. When I'm looking at my projections, what did I have here? I have this as a 6-point Rocket win, and I have this slightly going over. I don't want to lay it with Houston here. Why? And I already know you're not taking Memphis, so my guess is we're not betting this game.
Can I just ask why you don't want to lay it? What are you scared of? Desmond Bane's questionable with an illness, might not play. They have no one else. The Rockets have the best defense in the league. They're going to clamp down.
No, the best defense in the league is Minnesota.
Well, the second best defense in the league.
Okay.
So they're going to clamp down. There's no scores on Memphis I'm scared of. Houston's at home. I feel like they named their score.
It's still a lot of points.
I mean, we thought the San Antonio game was a lot, and they finished it.
Yeah, but San Antonio, like I said, they're that degree worse than Memphis. Like they're like.
If you take Desmond Bane off the floor for Memphis, how much better is Memphis than San Antonio at that point?
Still a lot better.
I don't think so. I think they got one
because Jaren Jackson is, well, I guess you got Wemby, but like Derrick Rose, they don't have anyone like Derrick Rose on that team. Let's see. Let's check the whole projected minutes. So the bench are projecting Vince Williams. Yeah, okay, kind of making your argument there. Bismack Biyombo, Jalen Noel, Xavier Tillman, Zaire Williams, Jake LaRavia.
What are we playing? Summer League basketball right now? That's what I hear.
I don't know. Like I
I don't get how you were like all about this Rockets team and now you're like scared of them. It's weird.
I'm just scared to lay. Are they a blowout?
Teams like them and the Thunder are playing with something to prove. They cover these spreads. It's the Rockets. This is easy. You take the Rockets.
All right. In homage of our good friend Travis Mangone, should I mention something here?
Let me hear it.
Who's on the Rockets starting for small forward?
Dylan Brooks.
You see where I'm getting at?
And we're still scared to take Houston?
All right. You've won me over. If you put the X next to it, I will bet it.
I'm putting it there.
Okay, because I'm not putting it there.
This is going to be one of the ones where I bet it and you stay off.
No. That's what I'm saying. If you bet it, if you feel strongly enough, because I'm not like, we need it. Like, if you were on Miami, I wouldn't join you. I like the Hornets +8. I like it. Memphis +7.5. I'm just like, seems like
you need to. I feel like there's still like some sleep in your eyes or something when you look at Memphis. We need to wipe that out, and you need to realize that this team kind of sucks. maybe in 3 games when Jaw's out of court and back on the floor, maybe we can get behind him a little bit more. But as of right now, I can't. Speaking of him in court spread, did you see when the judge asked him if those were real diamonds? And he just stared at the judge and was like, well, I am a millionaire.
I didn't see any of that. Is it funny?
the judge just looks at him and goes, yeah, fair enough.
I still think that suspension was stupid, but we won't get started on that.
I feel like that was the...
Like, how does he get more for Instagram than Draymond gets for stomping on people's chests?
I feel like it's
putting people in headlocks and punching people in the face, and Jaws getting more suspended.
How many kids are running around trying to be Draymond Green? None of them. You got Jaw was supposed to be the next poster guy for the NBA. They were like, so if he's running around toting guns and swaying them on Instagram, it's like, well, now all the kids see that and they think that's the cool thing to do.
Like, we have multiple people convicted of sexual assault and domestic violence in this league.
Yeah, but you can kind of hide the paper documents from the kids for a while spread. You can't hide the Instagram video of the gun being waved around in their face.
All right, we won't relitigate this, but you guys know where I stand. All right, so Tyler's talked me into the Rockets -7.5. Slight lean to the over here. The trend's like the under. Are we playing this total?
No, if anything, it'd be the under.
All right.
If Desmond
Bane's out,
I mean, if Desmond Bane's out like a Memphis team total under, I mean, how the hell are they going to score points?
Houston gets up by like 20 and just they kind of lose.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right.
It just turns into like a layup line and it gets more of that LA Fitness feel.
Yeah, I'd probably just stick to the Houston play here.
Jason, we'll figure out the best bet, but Tyler likes that Houston spread. Don's in the chat. He says, screw the Kings. The one good thing about the Kings, when they lose, they lose.
Oh,
no heartbreak there, right?
No, they just get rid.
We should have covered Phoenix.
Since you had story time earlier, do you want my story time?
Yes, I do.
This might tilt you a little bit. I got up off the computer yesterday when we finished the show. I went and did stuff.
What if I just start screaming?
I didn't submit any bets.
Just breaking stuff?
No, I didn't submit any bets, and I came back and the news was already out.
So I lost $1,100 and you didn't lose anything?
I ended up winning. You can blame the
dog breaking stuff
for making a mess right after the show that I had to clean up for
that. All right. Don's betting on valets. -4.5. Cars parked. That's some good tipping money there. Yeah, I'll have to start betting on some valets too.
But don't worry, Spread. The Rockets are going to get us that money back tonight.
I hope so. Do we want to talk about the Los Angeles Lakers, who are -2.5? They're in San Antonio taking on the Spurs. The total is 232. Tyler, this line says that we're going to have some injury news.
This line tells you that no one's playing on the Lakers side.
The funny thing is they're probably still the right side.
You're probably right.
Bro, even this backup lineup is better. They still have Vanderbilt, Christie, Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood. Oh my gosh, yeah. All right, I don't want to bet this game. Do you?
San Antonio or pass for me, to be honest.
But if you bet San Antonio, why would you do it now? Why wouldn't you wait till it's going to be? Oh wait, no, you're right. If you bet LA, you should bet them now.
If you want LA, you bet them right now.
San Antonio.
If I'm betting the Spurs right now, like Victor double and win plus 170, Victor 3+3s and win 8-1, Victor 25 points and win 4-1.
I don't think they're going to win.
If those guys sit, I think they win. I think this could be like the Lakers being like, all right, we won the tournament, we lost to Dallas.
Yeah, but I think if those guys sit, it's better because then you get people who are actually competing for minutes out there that are actually going to give it their all. Right? Like Christian Wood, has he even played minutes lately?
If Christian Wood's on Wemby tonight, Wemby's going to absolutely feast. This might be his career high game.
Wemby could drop like 30 and 15 and they could still lose by 15.
I mean, he could, but I'm not as scared of these backup Laker guys as you are, because if all these Q tags turn into outs, that's LeBron, AD, and Vanderbilt. You already have Gabe Vincent out. Hood Schifino's out. So you're sending out like Hachimura, Reeves, Christian Wood,
Cam Reddish, D'Angelo Russell. I mean, it seems so better.
Maybe career-wise, but like name-wise, I think I trust the young guys here at home. I don't want to call it a schedule loss because they were in Dallas last night and they're going to San Antonio. That's not a far trip at all, but like I feel like this could be a schedule loss for the Lakers. We're like, screw it. Like, tournament's over. We won it. We could drop these 2 games. I believe they don't come back until actually they play the Spurs again on Friday. So they could just hand them this game and just pound them into the ground on Friday. And
Don likes the Spurs, but I don't know if I agree with this reason. He said the Spurs have to win a game at home. Do they? Did the Pistons have to win a game in November? All right. He's on the fading Laker this week. Okay.
I could see them losing this one, beating them Friday, just to like, all right, we won them in that little like 2-game series. And then they return home to hang their banner for the in-season tournament. So like, I don't think they care.
All right. At that note, you take. All right. This is disgusting.
See you later, spread.
No, I really am going to get up real quick though. But before I do breakdown, I want to hear you on this one though. Damn it! Keep talking about the in-season tournament. I'll be right back.
I mean, I don't have much more on it. How about I skip that Pacers game and Bucks game, and I'll go straight to the Knicks Jazz game. I mean, I believe the Jazz got guys back in this game. Yeah, Markkanen's back, Kessler's back. John Collins looks like he's going to be out. Quickly's got a Q tag on him. Mitchell Robinson's still out. I think it's a spot where the Knicks could roll into here, and Julius Randle could put up a big game. What's his double and win? That could be a spot we could get on. My only worry, though, is the Knicks in Utah could be one of those spots where East Coast teams going into that weird arena could just be a spot where they just don't win. Let's see what the trends say on this one. Knicks are 1-4 ATS last 5 in Utah, and Utah 6-1 ATS in their last 7 at home. But they're 0-6 straight up in their last 6 against non-conference opponents. It's a weird matchup, but I think the Knicks do prevail in that one. They'll play their starters a ton of minutes, and I think Randall just crushes them. So I broke down the Knicks and the Jazz game spread. I skipped the Pacers game. I figured we'd save that one for when
I was going to say that one too. That's why I said talk about the in-season because I guess damn it, we lost that point that I needed.
And what?
I want to take the Jazz plus 6.5.
I like that. I think the Knicks kind of just. I don't know if they cover, but I think they win the game in the end. Like a Julius Randle double and win at plus 160. Like I could get behind that.
Kessler and Markkanen come back tonight.
Yeah.
They're at home. We've talked about this Jazz home court advantage. I really like, and John Collins is out, which might help this team. It would look more like the team that actually won games last year.
I mean, you could be right.
Damn it, though. The market agreed with me. Do you think it's going to come back?
No. It's going to keep going the other way.
You think Jazz will keep taking money?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, no play for me then at 5.5. I got to get through 6 to take that, right? There's no exit at 5.5, right?
Yeah, and it's like, you know, Tibbs is going to run his starters like 40 minutes this game. So it's like, if those guys are doing well, they could easily win this game for them. Brunson's going to have himself a day versus these guards.
Damn it. That was going to be like my best bet of the day. What happened in the Suns game?
The 3 guys are playing.
We knew that already.
What's the line now?
It's 5. It was 2 when I did the playbook earlier.
Yeah, and then KD got rolled in.
But we all unbelievable.
He wasn't officially rolled in yet.
I'm glad we're doing the show this time today.
As of 10 minutes ago, it says he is playing. So
I could have got him -2. Clyde wants to move that line for me. Thank you.
Let's be real, spread. This is the revenge game for KD.
Why? What did Brooklyn do to him?
And didn't he hate the GM?
Why? For giving him everything he wanted?
No, wasn't that the GM before, and then they switched GMs like mid-tenure of his? Or something, wasn't that? Or was it owners that switched? Something switched up there, I know that. Yeah. I think the Suns roll.
Even at 5?
Yeah. No Lonnie Walker. I mean, Grayson Allen and Koji being out could hurt, but at that point with those 3 on the floor, it's like, I think we'll be all right.
I like Brooklyn at this number.
I don't like Brooklyn on the West Coast. That's my biggest thing.
What about the over? There's a billion trends for the over here.
I don't hate that look. I don't see Brooklyn playing much defense with no Ben Simmons out there, and we know Phoenix would rather just get into a gunfight with you.
I got this at 232 on a 227. I went back to 232. You got to be kidding me. The one day we could have done the show earlier, and it could have helped us, Tyler.
Hey, I wasn't the guy that pushed us back.
I was. No, because yesterday we would have been better to do it late.
Yeah, it's just how the NBA goes, spread.
Yeah. All right. At 232, I got no edge on the over either.
Yeah, and I mean, just looking at their recent matchups, like you had a 112 to 116, a 112 to 117, a 121 to 111, a 113 to 107. So like those, like you had one score get there in the end.
All right. Do you want to talk about the game with the highest total on the board?
Let's do it.
258.5. Tyler, is this a new regular season record?
What was the Hawks Pacers game lined at?
Well, I thought the previous one was the Bucks Pacers in Vegas. It was around here, wasn't it? It was about 256, 257.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, that one then.
That game went under, but they're not in Vegas anymore. What do you think here, Tyler? I like the Pacers plus 6.5.
I think this is as easy as it gets, Red.
What?
Why the hell are they plus 6.5?
Game time revenge.
Yeah.
Halliburton did this.
Yeah. Because him doing that's gonna magically create Dame to be a defender now.
I mean, it's just like what they do. Like these guys talk shit all the time.
Yeah, it's like it's Indiana. Give me the plus 6.5. I think that's pretty easy. It's gonna be one of those games where it's like, oh, Indiana's up 10, Indiana's down 10, Indiana's up 8, Indiana's down 12, and then it's gonna be like the game where we bet on them before spreading this matchup. Where you're like, why the hell do we bet on Indiana? It's gonna be like, take a deep breath.
Oh,
we got about 6 minutes left. 75 points are still going to be scored in this game. and the Pacers are going to keep it close.
All right, I
They
won't.
might
Well,
even
'cause I
win it
won't be
outright.
watching either. I won't be watching live. I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is DVR for sure.
Yeah, take the Pacers plus the 6.5. I might even sprinkle on the money line, but I feel like the 6.5 is safe.
All right, Lakers just went off the board, Tyler. What do you think it reopens at?
Like Spurs -2.
Should have bet if we. Well, you didn't want the Spurs, right? We weren't going to bet that, were we?
If I'm betting it, it's through like a Wemby performance double. Like I can't just take the Spurs on the spread after what we've seen all year from them.
Okay.
I just can't click that button.
All right, so I'm putting up my stuff right now. Okay. I hit Hornets +8. I took the over in that game. I'm taking the Raptors -1.5, the Rockets -7.5, the Pacers +6.5. Is there anything else that I should be betting right now, Tyler?
I like the Suns, but you like the Nets, so I say no.
Not at 5. You like them at 5?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's a log out. I hate doing this. Okay, Tyler. What else do we have to do here?
Brooklyn 2-7 ATS in their last 9 non-conference opponents. They just don't travel well to the West Coast, and this is in Phoenix.
Yeah. Are you not worried about that little revenge narrative, though?
I think it comes from the other side with the good player.
You don't think Bridges and Cam Johnson aren't going to want to show out in their old town?
I mean, I think they want to show out, but I don't think they're as much as a revenge thing as like KD's like, I want to put it on that franchise.
Okay. Well, we disagree there. Tyler, I just put in 5 bets. Which one of these will be your best bet of the day?
It's going to be Houston -7.5. Give me the second best defense in the league. Like,
all right, Jason Graham asked earlier if that was your best bet, and it looks like it is. God, Tyler, I love all these plays.
This is also a road trip for the Brooklyn Nets spread. They were in Sacramento on the 11th, and now they're at Phoenix. And then they still got to go at Denver, at Golden State, at Utah. They lost and didn't cover in that game against Sacramento. And looking at their road games this year, that is the farthest they have come west. Outside of that, they played Dallas on the road. Everything else has been either Charlotte, Miami, Chicago, Boston for their away games. So, I mean, I don't want to get too ahead on the whole like fade them on the West Coast road trip, but I think you might want to fade on these next couple games.
Okay. We'll keep that in mind. You can do that one, and I will root for you. Market agrees with me, though. Just moved to 4.5.
I feel like the market's going to agree with you because all the casuals see that those 3 are playing, and they're just going to run to bet them.
No, but the market just took the Nets from 5 to 4.5. So people must be betting on Brooklyn, or this respected people.
Yeah. I also think that those numbers, because I feel like your numbers on your book just kind of like bounce back and forth on your sharp book. So we're like,
I think I got cut.
So we're like, they don't move as easily on the FanDuels and the DraftKings. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a little computer system that's like watching you as you stare at the screen. It's like, we're going to drop this a half a point, see if we can bait them in.
Tyler, the Spurs moved the other way. They're plus 3.5 now. Do you have any Lakers news for me?
Maybe those guys are shooting around because there's no news. I mean, the only news you got out of the NBA in the last 5 minutes was that Taj Gibson signed with the Knicks.
Where was he before?
I don't know.
Was he on the Knicks always?
He might have been a Wizard. I feel like that's the last 2 teams he's played for the last 8 years. He just bounces back and forth, Knicks, Wizards.
All right. My best bet of the day would be the Charlotte Hornets +8. We don't like laying a lot of points with Miami. I think the Hornets keep this one close. That is my best bet. Tyler, tomorrow, do you want to do this one at 4 or 4:30?
Yeah, we can do that. We can do that.
I gotta leave here at 5:45. We should be fine. It's a 7-game slate.
Yeah, I mean, we only got 7 games tomorrow. We'll power through it.
Okay, there you have it. And Tyler and I will have the NFL projections up really soon. We'll be doing some NFL with Meg tomorrow on FanSpeak at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll come back here at, what did we say, 4:30?
Yep.
That show always runs on. We'll be here at 4:30. And then on Friday, we'll do NBA at 3, NFL at 4.
Sounds like
NBA rundown. I like the Hornets +8. Tyler likes the Rockets -7.5. Nuke the house.